Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Thank you very much for joining us here at One Last Hand. We're back, we're playing some more Long Shot, the dice game. If you don't know, a horse racing game where there will be betting, so obviously just bear that in mind if that's a sensitive subject for you. We're going to be rolling these two dice. These two dice have 1, 2 and 3 on the green die. There's 3 2s, there's 2 3s and there's 1 1 on this die, and then we're going to be rolling this 8-sided die which has the number of the horses. You can see the horses here, and every time we roll these dice, the horse that we roll is going to move that many spaces. There's a couple of things that can happen when you do roll that die. Let's have a quick look at the horses. You can see here that horse number 1, when number 1 is rolled, we also move horse number 6. When number 2 is rolled, we also move horse number 5, number 3 moves number 1, etc, etc. The horses over here actually move 2 horses with them at any one time. And therefore, we're going to roll the dice and move the horses. We're going to be betting on horses. We're going to potentially own horses. And as we work our way through it, we've got a board down the bottom here that we're going to mark things off on. As we say roll an 8, we can mark off an 8 on our concession stand. If we get a row or a column on this concession stand, we'll be able to tick off one of the achievements down here. $7 along the top. Move 2 horses back 2 spaces. Move 1 horse back 3 spaces. 2 £3 bets or $3 bets. Move 1 horse forward or 2 horses forward 2 spaces. Move 1 horse forward 3 spaces. And then we can mark off a helmet, a shirt, or buy a horse for nothing. Talk about marking off helmets and shirts. You can see them on these columns. If we mark off a helmet, we can bet on a horse after the betting line. I'll show you that in a second. If we mark off a jersey, we can mark an X on one of these horses' sheets. So you can see here, if we had horse number 6 and we wanted it to win, we can mark an X off on here. Every time we roll number 4, number 6 is going to move. Then we're going to look at the AI board, and depending on the row and the column that we have rolled, so 3 and 6 here means gain $1 for each horse marked on the lead horse. So whatever horse is in lead, if there's lots of X's on it, they're going to get $1 for that. They're going to be doing various things. 3 is likely to mark X's on the board. 2 is likely to put bets down. 1 is likely to try and buy a horse. And that's pretty much it. I mean, a bit of a fly through. If you're interested in the full rules, I'd recommend going and watching the first video we did of this, which has me talk about them a lot more. We will talk about them as they come up. The first thing we have to do, however, is pick 2 of these cards at random. So we'll take this one, and for the AI is meant to be called Roland Wright. We're going to be calling the AI Jarvis. That's who we play against. Let's have a little look at our player board. We have got this card here. What this card is showing us is where we put X's on our board before we begin. So we can put an X on this number 8. We can put an X on this number 2. We can put an X on this number 6. And we can put an X on this number 1. Then we can put a bet on horse number 3 of $2. And we can bet on horse number 7 of $4, and we start with 12. That's us. I might just tidy up that 4 though, because I can barely read it. Let's try that again. 4. Okay. Then let's switch over to Jarvis and have a look at what Jarvis is doing. Jarvis ignores this concession section at the top. Doesn't have one. However, he's putting $2 on horse number 1. He's putting $4 on horse number 6, and he starts with $20. Let's just quickly talk about scoring. When we score, we're going to take any horses that we own, and all of those horses that we own, if they finish in the first, second or third space, we're going to get $35, $25, $15. Then we are going to look at all of the combinations of helmets and jerseys that we've got, and we'll get $5 for each one of those. Then we'll look at our bets. If you don't know how bets work, I'll explain very quickly. Let's look at this bet here. Let's assume our horse number 3, which we've got a $2 bet on, came in first. We would get 6 times 2, 12 points. If it came in second, we get 2 times 5, 10 points. Came in third, we get 2 times 4. Now, I said I'd speak about the betting line. This line here is the no more bets line. There's a couple of things that allow you to bet over that. If you've ticked off a helmet, that will allow you to bet. Some of the horses and cards may allow you to do that. We'll just have a quick look at one of these horses so you can see this horse here, mint condition. Number 4, you may place up to 1 bet on the, and then you roll the die, and that's the one you get. So that's pretty much it, I think. If you're past the no betting line when the race ends, so let's say you got horse number 4 and he's here, he doesn't finish the race because the first 3 horses have crossed the line, you'll get your money back for any bets where they reached past this line. Anything else, you lose your money. And that is the game. We won't waste too much time. We'll just dive straight into it. We've got the dice. Let's just check that the action camera is working. Love that. We are moving horse number 1 space. So that moves here. Let's just show you this as we do it. So horse number 1 moves here. So you can see horse number 1 is taking the lead. However, horse number 1 has an X in number 6. So number 6 is also moving off the starting block. And that's all we do for that one because there's only 2 X's. However, if we jump down to our player board, we've got a few things we could do. We could buy the horse. If we wanted to buy the horse, it's going to cost us $10. But 1 and 2 have got the highest odds to win because the way the odds work, I should just explain it. When we look at these cards, you can see horse number 6 moves, number 5 moves, number 1 moves, number 2 moves. Over here, you can see number 1 and number 4 move, number 2 and number 3 move, number 1 and number 3 move, number 2 and number 4 move. There is no horses moving 7 and 8. And that's why their odds are 9 to 1 because there's less chance of them moving every time. We could take a gamble and try and pick one of those up and move them. We are playing with the second set of cards that come in the standard box. There are 3 different sets of horses. We're playing with the second set. So what are we going to do? Let's just zoom in on our board. We could mark off a 1 over here. We could put a bet down on number 1. We could mark off a jersey so that when number 1 something else moves. Obviously number 7, we're quite keen for number 7 to do well. So that could be our call. We could say on number 1, when number 1 moves, number 7 is also going to move. Since Jarvis doesn't have any money on him, we could also buy it. And if we did, horse number 1 has a benefit. When you complete a horizontal row in the concession stand down here, gain $2. The only way we can get money is by completing a concession stand and taking these $7. So actually owning horse number 1 might not be a bad shout. The only other thing I haven't explained down on this board is these little sections here. We've got a wild section, so it's a number we can't do anything with. We can cross that number off, cross one of these off, and we can change the number to use something else. I'm quite tempted to go for horse number 2, to be honest. When bought, add a free $1 bet to every even or odd horse. You know what? Let's buy number 1. We're just going to go straight out and buy number 1. So we're going to spend our money. We are now down to $2. That's not a 2. We are now down to $2, but we now own horse number 1. I'm just going to move these up, and then we'll put this one here in our section. Horse number 1 is ours. So now we want horse number 1 to win. That is us done. Now let's jump over to Jarvis. So Jarvis over here has got a 1 and a 1. So 1 goes here, 1 goes here. And that means he's going to buy the lead unowned horse. Well, the lead unowned horse is number 1 and number 6. What Jarvis would normally do is he'd always go for the lowest number, but obviously he's going to buy horse number 6 because that's the other horse that's in the lead. So let's just move these up. We'll put this here. That cost Jarvis $6. So is it 14? And Jarvis will always ignore these actions. So we don't have to worry about Jarvis picking up horses, but we might have wanted to buy that horse and it might have done something for us. So that is the end of a turn. We can roll the dice again. A 2 and a 3. So number 3 is moving 2. 1, 2. When number 3 moves, number 1 moves. I'll just show you this. Number 3 means number 1 moves. And that's it. No one else moves on that number. So we've got a 3 we could cross off. Now we need to start getting some money. And we want to try and cross off horizontal rows. So I'm going to mark off the 3 on our board. Number 3, 2, bet $1 on each owned horse. So he's now up to 5. This was, hold on. This was 4, so he's now up to $5 on horse number 6, which he owns, and this goes down to $13. Okay, that's the end of another go. Right, let's keep going. We own Row Your Boat. He owns Dirty Laundry, and number 5 is moving 2 spaces, 1, 2. When number 5 moves, number 1 moves again, and number 4 moves. So finally, some of these horses are coming off the starting line. Interestingly for us, 5 is here, and it continues along our little trend of doing these things. 5 and 2 means bet $2 on each 2 lead horses. So he's going to bet on this one, so 4, and he's going to bet on number 3, which means he's now down to $9. Okay. Number 4 is moving 1 space. There goes number 4. When number 4 moves, number 2 also moves, and that's it. Now we could mark off a 4. I'm actually going to change this to a 6 and immediately mark off this, because when we mark this off, we get $2. When we mark off a horizontal row, we get $2. So we're up to 4, but I'm also going to mark off one of these. So we're going to be on 11. So we've taken $7 from this, plus our 2 from here, plus we had 2 remaining. So we're up to 11. 4 and 1, he's going to get $4. So he's up to 13. Okay. So out in the lead is Row Your Boat, followed by Cook the Books, Mint Condition, and Bottom Dollar. Okay, we roll again. Number 3 is moving 1. There goes number 3. When number 3 moves 1, number 1 moves 1, and that's that. Now, we've got number 3. Do we want to do anything with number 3? We could buy number 3. When you place a bet, instead place a $3 $1 bet on any horse. Okay, interesting. Not sure we desperately want that. I think what I'm going to do for number 3 is mark off the jersey, and then we'll mark. Oh, number 1 is already marked. We could mark number 7 off on number 3. So now, if number 3 is rolled, our number 7 is going to move, and maybe we should start getting number 7 to be in the list. Number 3-1 is buy lead unowned horse. I'm guessing that's number 3. So we didn't buy it, so he is. So we'll bring that over here. That's going to cost him $8. So he's down to 5. But he owns 2 horses. Okay. Number 5 is moving 1. So there goes number 5. Moving 1. And that means number 1 is moving 1, and number 4 is moving 1. See, there's starting to be a breakaway down here. We got number 5. Do we want to do anything? We could put a bet on number 5. We could buy it at scoring, gain additional dollars equal to your total bets on unfinished horses past the finish line. So if we bet $50 on horses and they're all over this line, we'll get that money back, which is points at the end of the game. Okay. I think I'm going to mark off that 3. No, it's a 5. I'm going to mark off that 5 down here. We'll see if we can finish our concessions. 5 and 1 is buy a horse. He's going to roll the die to find out what horse. It's number 5. So let's move these up a little bit. Let's buy him number 5. Has he got the money? $6. He hasn't got the money, unfortunately. What happens in that instance is if he cannot afford the action, so that would have cost him $6, which is the value of the horse. He does the default action down here, which is gain $3. So he's up to 8. It's probably good that you can buy the horse, but there we go. Right, did I move the horses? I don't know if I moved the horses. I'm going to assume I moved the horses. Yeah, I think I moved horse number 4. Right, let's keep going. Number 5 is moving 2. Number 5 is absolutely flying at the moment. When number 5 moves, number 1 moves, and number 4 moves. Maybe number 5 is the way to go. But I think I'm going to take the Jersey action on number 5 and mark off number 7. Let's see if we can get 7 moving. 2 and 5 over here is bet $2 on 2 lead horses. So he's going to bet 2 on red. So he's up to 6. And he's going to bet 2 on green. And he's down to $4. So he often gets quite a lot of bets in. We're going for the leading, owning the horses that lead. Horse number 4 is moving 1. When horse number 4 moves, horse number 2 also moves. I could buy horse number 2, helmet. When you take the helmet action, place up to $2 bet on a horse and then you roll the die. I'm going to buy it. You know what? Let's buy horse number 4. So it's $8. So we're down to $3. That's us done. And he is doing 4 and 1, gain $4. So he's up to 8. Okay, perfect. We keep going. I'm just going to move horse number 5 over to this side just to even it up a little bit. And we'll move these up this way slightly and these down this way slightly. He's doing a 5 and 2. We're doing a 5 and 2. So number 5 is moving 2, 1, 2. When number 5 moves, number 1 moves, number 4 moves, and finally, number 7 moves. Love that. Okay. Now I could place a bet. When I take the helmet action, I can place a bet. So I'm going to do the number 5 helmet action, and that allows me to place a $2 bet. It's not a free bet, a $2 bet on horse number 3. So we're up to $4. I'm not sure this is that wise. $4, and this goes down to 1. Okay, maybe not the wisest move. I thought it was a free bet. It's not. Okay, so that was us 3 and 2. Hold on. Oh no, I rolled the dice, so it's 5 and 2, right? I was like, what? 5 and 2 over here is bet $2 on the 2 lead horses. So this is going to go down to 4. And the lead horse is number 1 and number 5. So this is up to 8. And this is up to 4. Okay. So out in the lead is Row Your Boat, followed by Bottom Dollar, neck and neck, mint condition in 3rd place. And then we have Cook the Books, followed by Make It Rain. Number 8, Donut Dolly, hasn't moved. Okay, 6 is moving 2, so let's do that. 1, 2. When 6 moves, that's down here. Number 2 also moves. And when number 2 moves, number 3 also moves. Okay, so a 6 is what we've got on the thing. I don't have any 6s to mark off here. I think I'm going to mark 6 off though as a jersey, and we will put number 7 on number 6. So if number 6 moves, number 7 is going to move as well. I'll just move this up slightly so you can see the numbers at the bottom there. There we go. Now he is doing 6 and 2, which is a 3 $1 bet on each owned horse. So number 6 is going to go up to $6. And number 3 is going to go up to $3. Okay, back to a roll of the die. Let's have a quick look at the action from the front there. Number 7 is moving 1 space. Not quite what we were looking for, but it's better than nothing. When number 7 moves, number 1 also moves, and number 3 moves. Okay. Now we do have a 7 down here. I'm going to mark it off because I want to get another. I want to get another row really on our thing, because that's going to allow us to get $2, and then we can start thinking about making more bets as well. So that's us done. 7 and 1 is buy a horse. It's only got $4, so the only horse he can afford is 7 and 8. He got a 6. He cannot do that, so he's going to get $3. So he's up to 7. Okay. 3 is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Joint lead is Cook the Books. When 3 moves, number 1 moves, not for long, buddy. And number 7 moves. Love that. Okay. 3 and 3. Now I could do the jersey action, but I can't place a bet. Well, I could place a $1 bet. Not sure that's the way forward. I am going to use the wild to turn the 3 to a 4, which gets us another row. That row means we get another $2, so we're up to 3. Now, do I want to... Do I want to do anything with that, or do I want to buy a horse? You know what? I'm going to use the buy a horse action to buy bottom dollar. When scoring, gain additional dollars equal to your bets on unfinished horses. So any horses in this position. Okay, 3 and 3 over here is mark all owned horses boxes on. It's number 6. So on number 6, he's going to mark off number 6, and he's going to also mark off number 3. And on number 3, he's going to mark off number 3 and number 6. Because mark all owned horses boxes on. Oh no, number 6. So he just does number 6. Sorry, that's my fault. It wasn't all owned horses on all owned horses. So he's now got number 6 on here as well. Okay. Let's roll the dice. Number 1 out in the lead. Mint, row your boat, followed by mint condition. However, 1, 2, 4, cook the books. Then with number 3 moving, that means number 1 moves. That also means number 3 moves. Is that right? No, that's not right. Right, because he was marking it on that one, not this one. So just number 1 moving on that. 3 and a 2, so we can mark off a 3 here, which gets us the ability to take another $7, so we're up to 10. That's good enough for me. He is taking a 3 and 2, bet $1 on each owned horse, so he's going to go from 3 to 4 on this one, and he's going to go up to 7 on this one. And then he's going to go down to $5. Okay, end of that one. Let's just show you the cards. Number 2 is moving 2. 1, 2. When number 2 moves, number 5 moves. Love that. We could do with number 4 moving. So we've got a 2. We could mark off a 2 here. However, I also think we're going to mark the jersey action. And let's do number 4. I'm hedging my bets here. I'm not sure it's wise. So when we do that, he's doing a 2-2, which is bet 3 on the lead horse, which is number 1. So he's up to 11 on number 1, and he's down to $2. Okay, let's roll the dice again. Number 3 is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. That means number 1 moves 1. Not really what we wanted, number 3 running away with it. Although we do have $4 on it, but so's he, and he owns it. So we don't really want that to happen. The only way I can move it back is by changing this. I'm going to use my last action to get a 1, and I am going to use my move a horse backwards 3. So 1, 2, 3. Unlucky, mate. That's us done. 3 and 3 for him is mark all owned horse boxes on number 4. So he's going to mark number 3 and number 6. Not great, that one, for us. Okay. Look at the horses all spread out over here. 5 is moving 2. Love that. 1, 2. When 5 moves, number 1 moves. Can't now put any more bets on number 1. We haven't got any bets on it anyway. Number 4 moves, which we love, and number 7 moves. Okay. So what are we going to do with that? We could take a 7. It gets us closer to marking something up. Sorry, a 5. We can't mark off a 5. We could put a bet on. So you can also take an action to cross off one of these wild options on your card. So you've got that to spend elsewhere. But let's put a bet of $3 on horse number 5. So we're to $7. Okay, 5 and 2 for him. He's bet $2 on the 2 lead horses. He's betting on number 1, so he's up to $13 on number 1. That's bad news. That's going to be 13 times 5. I'm going to have to get a calculator out for that. And what did I say he was doing? 5 and 2. There's $2 on each lead horse. He's only got $2, so he's only going to do that on that one. Okay. Let's roll the dice again. Number 7 is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. When number 7 moves, number 1 moves. Number 3 moves. Okay, so I could mark off this 7. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Number 7 is marked off. 7 and 3 is mark the lead owned horse box on. Number 4 is already on there. So he instead is going to place a £2 £3 bet on the horse in the lead, ignoring the no bet line. Oh, come on. It's got 15 bucks on it. That's a lot. It's as much as I get as if I win. I haven't got any money on horse number 1. Okay, let's roll again. 8 is moving 2, finally. 8 moves 2. 2 moves 1. And 4 moves 1. Okay, number 8, we can cross off number 8. And that gives us a column, a vertical column, not a horizontal one. So I think I'm going to use the -2, 2 to move you back to 1, 2, and what's his other horse? Number 6. Number 6 is now at the back. Okay, number 8 and 2 for him is place player's highest bet horse back 2 spaces. My highest bet is 4 and 3, so he's going to move 3 back 2 spaces because it's the lowest one. That is unfortunate for you, buddy. Right, okay. 7 is moving 3. Look at it. 1, 2, 3 coming up through the pack here. Number 1 moves 1. Number 3 moves 1. We don't have any more 7s over here, but we could cross off the helmet, which means we get to roll this die. It's a 7, which means we get to put a bet on this one. So we're up to 6, and this goes down to $5. Okay, I need 4 to catch up, but we're doing all right. Number 7 and 3 is mark lead owned horse box on number 3. So his lead owned is number 3, so he's going to mark number 3 on number 3. So if he rolls 3, he's going to be moving miles. Okay. It's 2. Number 4 is moving 2. 1, 2. That's great news. Number 4 is also moving number 2, and he's also moving number 6 and number 3. Okay. This is getting tense. Look at it. Look at that out of focus. That out of focus little shot. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. Right. Where were we? 4. We're going to cross off 4. That's a horizontal row. When we complete a horizontal row, get $2. Love that. What else do we get? So we get to mark something off. We could move number 7 forward 3. We're doing it. 1, 2, 3. Number 7 is following up the rear. So that's us done. 4 and 2 is $2 free bet on number 6. So he's up to $9 on number 6. Thankfully, it's right at the back. Okay, let's roll again. 2 is moving 2. 1, 2. When 2 moves, number 4 moves 1, and number 5 moves 1. Good on you. We don't even own horse number 2, but we've got $6 on it, and it's 9 to 1. Right, 2. We can mark off 2, which is going to give us a row and a column. So we get $2. So we're up to 4. Now I could put a bet on number 2. I don't really want to. I could get rid of one of these wild actions. Oh no, I've got to take this, do one of these, 2 of these actions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 2 I can mark off. I think I've missed one. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. For my first one of these, oh no, because we just marked off 2, right? I'm going to mark off this helmet, which is this action down here, and then I'm going to take a $3 3 bet on number 1. just so we can get some money when it crosses the line, because he's getting 15 times 5. Number 2 and 2 over here is bet $3 on the lead horse. He's getting 18. Oh no, he hasn't got any money. He hasn't got any money. So when that happens, an advanced horse with highest bet, 2 spaces. You legend. So he's moved horse number 1 over the line. And because he's done that, this goes over here. You can't move a horse over the line with a thingamajig thing, but you can, I think, with a AI action. Maybe that's not true. Hold on. I don't think that's true. I'm not sure that's true. Hold on. Solo play. That's going to be in the horse movement rules. Let's find the horse movement rules. Did I just have them? Moving horses. Horses can only pass the finishing line from the dice roll or secondary movement and never from a direct player movement. It doesn't say that about AI, but I'm going to assume that's the case. I'm going to move him on to the other action, which is a free $2 bet on the lead horse is up to $20. I think that's right. I think that's okay. I don't know if I was meant to put the last bet on there, but he's now up to 20 times 5, so he's going to get 100. How many is he getting? 50 points when that finishes, so he's getting 100 points. Is that right? Okay. That's not ideal. As much as I own it, maybe we want to move it backwards. I can't. Okay, let's roll the die. 4 is moving 1. There goes number 4. Mint condition into the finish lines. When number 4 moves, number 2 moves, number 3 moves, and number 6 moves. It's getting close down here, and number 1 hasn't moved for a while. Number 4. I can mark this off, which means on number 4 I can put number 7. I really want number 7 to win because we don't own it. I really want number 4 to win. I haven't got any bets on it. I really want number 5 to win. Okay, fine. Number 4 and 1 over here is he gains $4. Okay. Number 4 is moving 2. That's huge. 1, 2. When number 4 moves, number 5 moves 1. Number 3 moves 1. Number 2 moves 1. And number 6 moves 1. Okay. What are we going to do with this? I guess I'll take this helmet over here, because then we get another $5 for that at the end of this. 4 and 2 is bet $2 free bet on number 8. By all means, mate. You can have that one. Why don't you buy it? Right, let's roll again. Number 3 is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. When number 3 moves, number 1 moves, and number 3 moves. Oh my goodness. Neck and neck is cook the books and row your boat. We're in serious trouble. Number 3, I could put a $3 bet on number 3. Oh, I could have, when I took those actions, I could have marked off this. I'm going to mark off. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark off this, and I'm going to move this up to $6. And I'm going to move this down to $2. Okay, number 3 and 3 is mark all owned horse boxes on number 5. So he's going to mark 6 and 3 over here. This could be it. This could be the decider. Number 5 is moving 2. 1, 2. When number 5 moves, number 1 moves, number 3 moves, number 4 moves, number 6 moves, and number 7 moves. What happens when they both cross the line at the same time? I don't know. What happens? I think it's the lowest number horse wins, but I'm not sure. Crossing the finish line. Once a horse passes the finish line, move it to the topmost position on the track. Horses can only pass the finish line by a dice roll. Secondary movement. Finished horses cannot move or be bet on. Only 3 horses can cross the finish line. I suspect, because you move them up in the order, so where we rolled a 5, number 1 went first, and number 1 goes over here. Number 3 goes over here. We've got a 5 and 2 that we can take. which we cannot do anything with. Oh, I could put a bet on. So let's put a bet on number... Oh, it's on 3. So let's put a bet on... So we're up to 5. I think that's right. And we'll go down to 0 because we've got the helmet for it. 5 and 2 over here. Bet $2 on the 2 lead horses. So I think he's got $4. He's going to bet on 4 and 6. So 4 and 5. So he's up to 6 on this one. Okay, and he's down to 0. Right. We need number 4 to cross the finish line. It's number 7. Hold on. 1, 2. When number 7 moves, number 1 moves, number 3 moves. They're the only one that moves. This is ridiculous. Okay. Okay. So we can mark this off on number 7. We can't really do anything else. Number 7, 2. Player's lead-owned horse moves back 2 spaces. That's number 4. Well, that sucks a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Number 1 is moving 3. When number 1 moves, number 6 moves, and that is it. Can I do anything on number 1? I can take the jersey action. So we'll put on number 1, number 5, I guess. How much money we got on 5? We don't own number 7. So it makes sense. You know what? I'm just going to mark off number 5 on number 1. 3 and 1 for him is mark lead horse owned box on. So his owned horse is number 6 on number 3. Okay, there we go. Number 8 is moving 2. 1, 2. When number 8 moves, number 2 moves. Number 4 moves. And that's it. How is this coming down to this finish? This is ridiculous. Okay, number 2 and number 8. So we can mark this off, I guess. And on that, we'll put number 7. He hasn't got any bets on 7, so it's probably useful that it finishes. And he is doing 8 and 2. Player's highest bet horse moves back 2 spaces. Our highest bet horse is number 3. After that is number 7. You scumbag. Okay. Number 6 is moving 1. When number 6 moves, number 2 moves. Number 3 moves. That's already finished. Number 6 moves again. Oh my goodness. 6 and 1. I can take the helmet action on number 6. I haven't got any money to bet, unfortunately, but we can cross those off. So we're getting $5 for each one of those. He is doing 6 and 1, which is mark lead-owned horse box on number 4. His horse is already marked, so he's going to get $3. Okay. Number 4 is moving 2. Huge. 1, 2. Number 4 comes over here. When number 4 moves, number 3 moves, number 5 moves, and number 6 moves. We still get to do an action with this. I can't really do anything with it. All I can do is take that free action to remove that. He is going to do 4 and 2. $2 free bet on number 7. So that goes to 2, and this goes down to 1. Okay, let me get my calculator for this because I'm going to struggle. Right. Let's figure this out as we go. We'll bring up the player board and we'll do our score first, I guess. And let's do the AI score first, shall we? So what is 20 times 5? If I can find the calculator. Just to make sure we get this right. 20 times 5 is 100, as we said. Huge score for that, 100. Then he's got a second place finish with horse number 3, so that's 4 times 5, so that's 20. Then he's got a third place finished on horse number 4, so that's 2 times 4. And then he's got $1 left, so he's got 100. Oh no, hold on, I've got this the wrong way around. Hold on a second. So we said we didn't. So let's start this again. He's got horses that finished. He's got 25 points. Sorry about that. Then he's got 100 plus 20 plus 8. 128. Oh my god. Then he's got $1. So 128 plus 25 plus 1 equals 154. I think he might have trounced us. Okay, let's move over to our board. So we have horses that finished. We've got 35 points plus 15 points. So what's that? 50 points. Then for combinations of shirt and jersey, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 points. Then for bets, horse number 1 finished first, so we get 15. Horse number 3 finished second, so we get 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 5 is 30, right? Is 30. I'm going to write these down. So 30 plus, what did I say up here? 15 plus number 4 we didn't have any bets on. So that's all we get for that. So let's just check. So 15 for that one and 30 for that one. That's 45. But we get a few things down here. We've got no money. However, our horses, additional scoring, gain additional dollars equal to your bets on unfinished horses past the finish line. So we get, let's write this down as we go. We get $6 for horse number 7. We get $5 for horse number 5. And we got nothing on horse number 2. So that's another 11. So what score have we got? 50 plus 30 plus 45 plus 11 equals 136. Jarvis has absolutely trounced us. All of that money he put on the horse that we had, and we barely put anything on it. 154 to 136. So we had Row Your Boat in first place. We had Cook the Books in second place. We had Mint Condition in third. Bottom Dollar was in fourth. Then we had Make It Rain, followed up by Cheer Up, Buttercup, Dirty Laundry, and then Donut Dolly was bringing up the rear in barely got around the first corner. I didn't get around the first corner. This is Long Shot. I hope you enjoy this. I think this is a lot of fun. Even solo, it's still quite tense with what's going on and trying to figure out the right way of getting the most money out of situations. Not having the money to put bets on was probably the error that we made. Putting money on the horses that we own is quite key, I think. But there you go. Long Shot, the dice game. It's available right now. It's about £20 to £30. There are extra horses you can buy, but the set comes with 3 sets of horses, and there are extra expansions that you can get for that. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.